It is a Monday morning. We hope that you have recharged from the weekend. However, we have been recharging our mouse to be able to operate today's program. A little insider information there that maybe you otherwise wouldn't have known.
When we were about 2 minutes from showtime, I got a notification that the mouse was on critically low battery.
It was on its last legs.
And we can't do this show without the mouse.
The mouse is very... ironically, we captured 3 mice last week, and I just noticed you shaved your beard.
Yes.
Wasn't like that for the parade, was it?
Yes, it was.
Was it?
Yes.
I was kind of distracted, I think, by the fact that you were like a soaked cat in the rain.
Well, it was like this when you saw me walking into the poorhouse, too.
Is that right?
Yeah.
Well, I was distracted because your lovely Kinsey was with you.
That's true.
And I was looking at Kinsey as opposed to that mug I see every day.
Yeah.
Hi, everybody. Welcome to the program. This is the Monday edition of Litter Media Live. I'm Dan Ramey. He is Aaron Glandon. And we will kind of look back at the truck parade. We've got some other things going on. We mentioned a wet cat.
Yeah.
We're going to have a little bit on the wet cat here, thanks to our friends at Cats and Company, coming your way here shortly, too.
Let me do a little piece of trivia for you.
Okay.
The plural of a computer mouse is mouses. It's not mice.
Yes.
Did you know that?
I think I did at one point in time, but I've just never used it.
There's your fun fact of the day, if you're watching.
Yeah. There's your IT guy fun fact. And now we'll move on.
Yes.
To the forecast. What we can expect for this week, chance of showers each day right through Thursday. Why not? It's Pickaway County Fair time, right? The temperatures will be in the low to mid 80s. Sun will return for the weekend and really the start of summer, literally. And we'll have temperatures reaching around 90 degrees heading into next week from what we're being told from forecasters. So that's a look at your forecast. Coming up in a moment, we'll take a look at some of the news and information to share with you from littermedia.com, our social media, and more, all just around the corner. Accurate Heating, Cooling, and Plumbing is your trusted comfort advisor. You click on this ad anywhere you see it on our website, littermedia.com. It will take you to AccurateHVAC.com, where you can see where all their offices are. They've got 8 of them scattered across southern Ohio, and what they can do for you, whether it's your business or your home. You want to be comfortable, so you check in with your trusted comfort advisor. Accurate Heating, Cooling, and Plumbing.
Kingston National Bank was founded in 1909 by local businessmen. The concept of a local bank supporting our community's financial needs with local decisions made sense. This is Phil Evans, President and CEO of Kingston National Bank. I invite you to make KNB your bank. We continue to make local decisions that benefit our communities. Experience innovative products and excellent customer service. When you need us most, you can count on KNB. Our community, your bank. Kingston National Bank. Member FDIC, Equal Opportunity Lender.
Mark came to the Adena Orthopedic and Spine Institute in severe arm pain from a degenerative disc. Minimally invasive spinal surgery got him back to what matters most. At Adena, we do what we love, so you can too.
Find a career you love with Pickaway Ross Adult Education. Skilled trades careers are in high demand with no signs of slowing down. Pickaway Ross offers career training programs with expert instructors and hands-on learning tactics to create a variety of opportunities. Visit our website for more information.
The spring sales event continues at Hometown Motors Incorporated, 818 Eastern Avenue in Chillicothe, your store for outdoors. We're looking at prices that are, stuff is just going out the door. There's no question about it. And they keep restocking.
Yes.
Because so much is going off the shelves and off the floor. You can get new riding tractors starting at $1699.99. New zero-turn tractor, I guess it's kind of a tractor, but it's a mower. It's $3399.99. New walk-behind starting at $399.99. New chainsaw starting at $279.99. New trimmer starting at $229.99. And
you are sleepy.
Yes, I'm sleep deprived from, what's the word? I need sleep. It was a busy weekend. And new blowers starting at $199.99. Hurry in for the best selection because they are literally going out the door thanks to these low prices. At Hometown Motors, 818 Eastern Avenue in Chillicothe. Visit them online at hometown-motors.com. You can go to our website, littermedia.com. You'll find any advertisement we have on there will take you to that business. So if you would like to support our advertisers, we would appreciate that. If you happen to click on a lot of these pictures you see here, it'll take you right to the stories we're going to be sharing with you today. And all of our social media information, including Litter Media Radio and more, is in the upper right-hand corner right there on our website, littermedia.com.
Yes.
We start with a big event that happened over the weekend. There you see people sitting in the rain that was actually coming down at that point in time for the 2025 Kenworth Truck Parade. But eventually, things got underway. A number of folks were there to see Greg Hoagland. He was the Grand Marshal for 50 years of service at Kenworth. There you see him with Doug Van Zuden. He's the plant manager. And then the trucks began to roll, but it didn't roll until he went through. What were your thoughts of the truck parade this year? Last year, you sat on the sidewalk and watched. Today,
Yes.
This time, you walked through it.
It wasn't as loud as I remembered it being last year, which was good because I forgot to bring my earplugs.
Yeah.
But it was really cool to get to walk the parade route and see people waving at the camera, people nudging their kids saying, look, there's a camera, wave.
And to talk to the kids and the drivers. Like this guy here, Dan Clary. Dan tells me he's got about 70 Kenworth trucks.
Wow.
Incredible. And he's just down here on Eastern Avenue. There's your Green Bay Packers truck making its way through. And this one is 91 feet long. It took about 5 minutes for them to make the turn onto 2nd Street.
Yeah.
It's driven by Lenny Liggett, and Lenny is a fellow who builds dump trucks. And he was telling me that not only does he build the dump trucks, but he likes to drag race. And he has won the Charlotte drag races down in North Carolina.
Wow.
7 times.
Wow.
And he had his race cars on display as well at Kenworth's Family Day. So pretty big day. You can see photos of most of the trucks on our Facebook page today, thanks to Dan Jr. for taking those pictures. Find it all at our Facebook page today. Pickaway County Fair officially opened up last night, and there you see the royalty. Taze Valley's Caitlin Ball is the 2025 Pickaway County Fair Queen. She's in the middle right there. She's a member of the Scioto Scrappin' and More 4-H Club. Queen Caitlin will be a freshman at Miami University this fall. Westfall's Dalton Bush, just to her right, is the King. He's a member of the Darby Fine and Dandy 4-H Club. Dalton is an incoming senior at Westfall. Lily Moyer is the Queen attendant. She's on the far right. She'll be a senior at New Hope Christian Academy this fall. She's a member of the Buttons and Bows 4-H Club. And on the left there, you see King attendant James Curtis, who will be a senior at Westfall this fall. He's a member of the Country Kids 4-H Club. You can learn more about each one of them on our website at littermedia.com.
4-H Cloverbud activities are already underway at the Pickaway County Fair. Rides open this afternoon at 5 p.m. The goat show begins at 6 p.m. and the rodeo show starts at 7 p.m. tonight in the grandstand. Fast Tracks Motocross is the grandstand entertainment tomorrow night. The chicken show is tomorrow morning at 8:30, the dairy show at 1 p.m., and Market Hogs and Purebred Burro show at 6 p.m. The jumping horse show is 9 a.m. tomorrow, and rides will open at 1 p.m. You can get more details on everything happening at the Pickaway County Fair at pickawaycountyfair.org.
Which you'll find that website if you go to our story about the King and Queen and their attendants as well.
It's all connected.
At littermedia.com. I wonder why they haven't changed the name of the Purebred Burro Show to the Joe Burrow Show. Wouldn't that be something?
That would be something.
Might as well, right?
Might as well. The Assistance House of Ross County has a new home, having moved to the Landrum Youth Empowerment Center at 147 North Bridge Street in Chillicothe. They'll be using the rear entrance to the building Monday through Thursdays from 9 a.m. to 1 p.m.
Big salute to Cats and Company. They shared a video of a cat rescue on North Bridge Street over the weekend. And one of the downpours, a motorist said she had pulled over to put on some rain gear, and she had heard a kitten meowing right there on the bridge. Upon further investigation, numerous attempts to draw the kitten out from within the bridge. It was under one of the support beams you see there. It fell a reported 20 feet to safety. So salute to Cats and Company for helping out. And if you can see this entire video on our Facebook page here today, there you'll see the gentleman coming over to pick up the little kitten, and the kitten has found a new home. And look at that. Ain't that kitten sweet?
He looks happy.
It looks perfect. Well done by Cats and Company.
Paper City Mentoring Project teens are teaming up for 2 summer series events this week. They're teaming up with the Ross County Park District today to help prep the brand new Heron Downs Nature Preserve before it opens to the public this Friday. I'll be there.
Have you been a part of that before?
Yeah, I helped build that trail.
Oh, very nice.
On Thursday, June 19th, the teens are heading to the park for the Ross County unit of the NAACP WIN Committee's Juneteenth celebration for lunch, followed by a walk to the Pump House Center for the Arts to celebrate and learn more about the history and significance of Juneteenth through art and community. Free lunch is going to be included.
Mm-hmm. This weekend, I know it's Monday, but this coming weekend, Ricky Skaggs and Kentucky Thunder will perform next Sunday at Sugarloaf Mountain Amphitheatre. You can hear my interview with Ricky that we did on Friday. You'll find a link to the interview on our Facebook page. Tickets for Sunday can be purchased at tecumsehdrama.com/events. And don't forget, today is the Tomlinson Insurance Agency Flag Day promotion. We saw Andy at the truck parade. He walked over. He was wearing, in fact, I was going through some of the pictures. When you look at the photo album we have on our Facebook page, you'll see a guy wearing it looks like a flag T-shirt, basically. Well, not a T-shirt. I think it was actually a button-down type shirt. But you'll see him in the corner watching some of the trucks go by. But 11 until 1, you'll see him wearing patriotic wear today at Tomlinson Insurance Agency. It's a drive-through. They're right there on Main Street, so you'll see that go over by Walnut Church, and you'll be able to come back through the alley there, and they'll find the way to get you through and get a new flag. You can bring your old flag. They'll change that out with a new flag. If you don't have an American flag, you'll get one today when you stop in to see Andy. And you'll also be able to get some lunch. I think that's where lunch is going to be today. How about that? That's 11 until 1 today at Main Street and their office over in Washington Courthouse. They'll do this again from 3 until 5 on Court Street in Washington Courthouse.
You can double dip. You can get lunch and dinner.
That's right.
On Andy.
Head on over. Road reports. Resurfacing project in US 35 between Jackson County Line and Vigo Road. This is at least one lane of traffic will be maintained to give you an opportunity to go through there. Completed estimate would be fall of 2025. A lot of sports from over the weekend. We will share details for you in just a moment. But first, let's tell you about Scioto Valley Dumpsters. 740-253-8389 is the number to call to get a dumpster for your business needs or your home needs. If you click on this ad anywhere, you see it on our website, littermedia.com. It takes you to their Facebook page for the latest with Scioto Valley Dumpsters. Each week, we'll announce the Neil Coleman Insurance Wyandotte Mutual Litter Media Player of the Week, presented by Homeland Credit Union. And in December, we'll announce the Player of the Year. Nominate any amateur athlete by visiting littermedia.com and click on Player of the Week. You'll also see the players we've named throughout the year. Make your nomination today for the Neil Coleman Insurance Wyandotte Mutual Litter Media Player of the Week, presented by Homeland Credit Union.
As a professional race car driver, I live for speed, power, and performance on and off the track. That's why I use the Dixie Chopper, the world's fastest lawnmower. Race into your local dealership today and test drive a new Dixie Chopper.
Discover Ross County. From the breathtaking outdoor adventures to the historic sights of Chillicothe and family-friendly events and festivals. Explore more at visitchillicotheohio.com or download the free mobile app today. Introducing the Petland Litter Media Pet of the Week. We want to put your pet in the spotlight. Pets with paws to pets with fins. If they gallop, crawl, or slither, play fetch, or simply curl up and snuggle. Send us a photo of your pet and we'll announce a new pet each week. And one pet will be crowned Pet of the Year. To nominate your pet, visit littermedia.com. Click on Pet of the Week. Tell us about your pet and be sure to include a photo. Watch Litter Media Live each Thursday for the announcement of the Petland Litter Media Pet of the Week. No purchase necessary. Contest applications must be from Ohio residents and at least 18 years old.
The Bean Foundation wants to raise awareness about suicide prevention by sharing 988. Trained crisis counselors are available to talk 24/7, 365 days a year. 988. Save the number. Save a life. To learn more about the Bean Foundation, click on this ad on littermedia.com.
Tecumseh. Fascinating. Captivating. Mesmerizing. Tecumseh.
In sports, the Unioto Shermans' run to a state championship came to a close on Friday, falling to Mentor Lake Catholic 5-3, the final there. The Shermans looked to be on their way to the state final. The Cougars scored 4 runs in the 6th inning, and that spelled defeat. They scored on a suicide squeeze, and next thing you know, it's 2-0. Then they take a 3-1 lead. But then things kind of fell apart there in the bottom of the 6th inning. So great season for the Unioto Shermans. Hats off to them. Lake Catholic went on to play yesterday morning at 10 a.m. They rallied from, again, a 2-0 deficit, much like they did on Friday. They beat Sandusky Perkins for the state championship yesterday, 3-2. So congratulations to the Cougars. Lynchburg Clay fell to St. Paris Graham in the D5 semifinal, which was played over 2 days thanks to rain. The final of that was 4-1. Lafayette Aviators snapped Chillicothe Paint's 4-game winning streak yesterday, beating Chillicothe 8-2. Both teams are tied for second in the division, just a game back of the league leaders, who are the Johnstown Mill Rats, who got off to a slow start, but they have been cranking here of late. Paints are off tonight. They'll travel to Terre Haute, Indiana, for a doubleheader with Rex Baseball, and that'll be tomorrow. And then they'll return to VA Memorial Stadium on Thursday.
After losing to the Tigers in the opener on Friday, the Reds posted back-to-back wins over Detroit, 11-1 on Saturday and 8-4 on Sunday. Now they've won 6 out of their last 8 games. They're off tonight, and they'll open a 3-game set with the Twins at Great American Ballpark tomorrow.
De La Cruz is on fire.
Yeah.
He's batting .378 in the month of June.
You know what it is? It's the lucky number 44.
Yeah, Eric Davis.
Right, well, that's what I wore in high school.
Well, it's also the number that I think, wasn't it? That's horrible. His name is on my mind, and I've spaced on it. Dang. Home run hitter for the Reds after Eric Davis. It'll hit me.
It'll hit you.
It'll hit me soon.
The Guardians were swept in Seattle over the weekend, and they've lost 8 out of their last 10. They'll open a series in San Francisco tomorrow night.
All right, and this guy, Miami Trace quarterback Trey Robinette, is headed to Ohio State as a preferred walk-on. We texted back and forth on Friday. Here's one of the photos from where he was our McDonald's player of the game last fall. This was that Miami Trace Logan Elm game that was interrupted by rain and storms on a Friday night.
I remember that.
Came back, did the broadcast that Saturday morning, the finishing of that game, and we caught up with Trey after the contest. He is was going to West Liberty State University. And how the story goes, Chip Kelly, when he was the offensive coordinator for the Buckeyes, came to a practice at Miami Trace to see him and talk to him about a preferred walk-on position. Well, he said that conversation kind of fell by the wayside. We thought after a while, okay, they forgot about me. It's not going to happen. And so he committed to West Liberty State. And then this week, or last week, he gets a phone call. Chip Kelly, of course, is long gone. He's now with the Las Vegas Raiders. But now Trey Robinette is quarterback number 5 in the quarterback room for Ohio State.
There we go.
How cool is that? So congratulations.
Area athletes, including those from Pioneer Center in Pickaway County, DD, were among hundreds to participate in the Ohio Special Olympics in Columbus over the weekend. Thus far, there's no details on how our athletes fared, but hope to get details later this week.
And when you see these photos, there is about 500 photos just on the Ross County Special Olympics page.
Yeah,
so
and
you'll
some
find
video.
all those. Yes, you want to check all this out. Really cool time, and everybody's a winner. They really are, and they give their entire effort. It's incredible. It's inspirational. I recall when Garth Brooks did a performance on Special Olympics, special song, music video, it went crazy. Mm-hmm. And ever since then, it's been a very cool experience, not only for the athletes, but all those that come and cheer them on. And as you can see, they had to run in some rain as well.
Yeah.
And it didn't matter to them. We're going right through. Adam Dunn is the number of 44 that I couldn't think of, the name that I couldn't think of.
There we go.
So there. All right. Coming up, this date in history. And we don't have an image. I apologize. But we'll give you the wording, and you can picture what it looked like.
Yes. You got to use your imagination today.
Yes. Theater of the mind today.
But first, we want to tell you about Litter Quality Propane. 92 years of serving propane users in southern and central Ohio. Reliable supply, reliable service, reliable people.
This is Andy Tomlinson. When ensuring what's important to you, our agents are there when you need us the most. Tomlinson Insurance, for the best coverage at the best cost. Visit us online at tomlinsonins.com to learn more.
I was looking for a first job. I had been babysitting and decided it was something for a little more permanent. It pays very well. It's convenient. You can make your own schedule with the flexibility. That's something that I like. The people that I work with are great. I wouldn't ask for a better crew or management team to work for.
Life. It can get on top of you quickly, can't it? But with 211, it only takes one step to get connected to the help you need. 211 is always available to help. So get in touch today.
Time now for this date in history, and we harken back to 1858. He wasn't president yet. In fact, he was newly nominated as a senator. Speaking of senatorial candidate, Abraham Lincoln, he addressed the Illinois Republican Convention in Springfield, and he warned that the nation faced a crisis that could destroy the Union. Speaking to more than 1,000 delegates in an ominous tone, Lincoln paraphrased a passage from the New Testament. A house divided against itself cannot stand. Happened on this date in 1858. And we don't have the stovetop cap. That'd been cool to have. Really not a cap, it's a hat, isn't it?
Yeah.
We put caps on stovetops.
Right.
Some put stuffing on stovetops.
Abraham Lincoln was a wrestler. Did you know that?
He wrestled. Who was it that he wrestled?
Lots of people. I think he only had one loss in his record.
And it's kind of like a grappler. It wasn't really it wasn't a Greco-Roman wrestler.
Right.
Of course, later in the movies, he became a vampire slayer.
That movie's pretty fun.
I remember watching it when it first came out. because, again, I like to sleep in my own bed. And my wife loves horror movies. And she said, we got to see this movie. I'm like, okay.
It's a good time. I watched that in college with some of my roommates.
It was one and done for me. I was okay with that.
It's based on a book.
I know. Yeah. Isn't that crazy?
Yeah.
I prefer seeing them slash taxes as opposed to vampires, in that respect. So, but I guess if vampires are more prevalent, I guess I would say, let's go after the vampires.
Yeah, if there was a vampire in this room right now, you'd be talking differently.
That's true. I'd say, where's Mr. Lincoln? Bring him in now. All right, that's it for your Monday program here on Litter Media. We've got some things scheduled, not this, but next week. You're going to be going to the Pickaway County Fair.
Sometime.
Some point in time this week. I've got a lot of truck parade stuff to do for our friends at Kenworth, so we've got to get that done as well. Yeah. So
I'm also going to try to make the Heron Downs grand opening this Friday.
And that is Friday at what time?
In the morning.
In the morning.
Yes.
Okay. Then you'll come in for the show.
I might have to miss the show.
Might miss the show, which means because I may not be here. Mike Smith might have to learn how to go solo again.
We'll see how that goes.
Hopefully he has a charged mouse.
Yes.
All right, that's it for today's program. Enjoy the rest of your Monday. Back at it again Tuesday. I'm going to get some sleep somewhere, too. Thank you for watching. We'll talk to you soon.